morning, crew. Got to get that automatic. There you go. Hey, good morning. Welcome to another Wealth Coffee Chat. Happy Valentine's Day out there, everyone. Hope you're having a nice morning. Maybe chocolates, flowers, card, whatever. Hello. Good morning to some of the regulars. Alison, good morning to you. Evan, all the way from Florida. Great to see you, mate. Thanks for joining us, folks. Bit of a hello from a Facebook user of some description. Howdy. Hope you're all good. Hope you're all well. Jason Witten here. Quick intros while we're warming up. We'll see how the internet goes today. I don't know. Has anyone got any children? I'm trying to stay ahead of the game when it comes to my children's ability to get around. Some of the restrictions I put in place for internet access, and sometimes they blow up my my internet. So hopefully it works out today. We'll see. Let me know if we're on track with that stuff, folks. So hopefully we're doing all right in there, wherever you are. Welcome to a Wealth Coffee Chat. Like I said, Jason Witten's my name. We've been doing this for a little while, having conversations around the world of property investing in one way, shape or form. Matter of fact, many of these conversations can apply to whatever you're investing in, really. And, the idea of, wealth takes time to create, especially if you're a buy and hold investor. It takes time, takes some knowledge, takes a team, and that's a bit what I want to talk about today. So stick with me. We'll have a little yarn about that one. But there's a bit of a hello to Jeff. Good to see you, mate. James, some of the regular crew. Let us know if you're new or you're just dropping by, first time in a while, whatever it is. So give us a quick shout out. Let us know in the chat. Say a quick hello when it comes to where are you? What are you up to? What are you doing? Love to hear from you. Anyway, today I thought we might talk about a little bit of something that is it's kind of cool. A good friend of mine, and maybe yours, you guys know Andy Fenton, legend Andy Fenton, my compadre that we do Wealth Wine on a Friday. Andy Fenton comes from the world of investing on the side of stock market and business banking for many years. He and I talk about the idea of creating, when it comes to wealth, creating the future in advance, folks. Creating the future in advance. And that's what I want to talk to you guys about today. Many years ago, I thought it was, a little bit of I don't know, has anyone hey, where we go? We got Andrew all the way from Warragul. Andrew, good to see you, mate. All the way from Vic. Thanks for joining us. Many years ago was my first interaction with the world of personal development, personal growth, whatever you want to call it. And it was an interesting one. And one of the things that, one of the most common themes most successful people talk about is the idea of setting goals, creating goals, write them down. And I always thought that was a bunch of bloody, malarkey, personally, for many years until, I started writing some of these things down. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, today I want to talk to you about a version of this idea, which is called creating the future in advance. Alison, good shout out for Andy. Who we got here? We got Brendan, all the way from southern Sydney. Good to see you, Brendan. Fantastic to have you here. Yeah, and Andy's a very knowledgeable, down to earth person for sure. So let's have a look at this. Let's talk about this idea about what are the three most important things that I've seen over 20 plus years working with property investors or people who want to be successful when it comes to a certain behavior and outcome. And there's these three broad categories, these things that make success. Very much more. Have I disappeared? Oh, let me put myself back there. Hopefully you can see me and hear me. Let me know. If you can see me and hear me, let me know. But these three broad categories about the idea of creating the future in advance. A future that, let's say today, we're going to concentrate on when it comes to the world of property investing, right? In advance. And this idea you can apply to anything that you are doing, no matter where you are, no matter what you're doing, whether it's in your career, it's in your personal life, whatever. Let's talk about the three main pieces of this puzzle. And it's more a circular motion of continuous and never-ending improvement, right? So the number one thing, what do you guys think? What is the number one most important thing when it comes to this idea, when it comes to the world of investing, all right? The world of investing. For me, for you, whatever it is, chuck it in the chat, have a little think, whack them out there. I'm going to get on with it because I started a bit late today. But there are three things, three broad pieces that you need to know that are so vital for us to be able to go the distance, create a property portfolio, a long-term wealth from our property portfolio. And there's three pieces to this puzzle. And the first piece, well, at the middle of it, there needs to be you. You need to be, in the mix here, making these decisions, deciding what's going to happen. Okay. And the first piece for me, now, this is not about whether you're going to invest in shares or whatever. You've already decided you're going to build a property portfolio. Number one thing, you need to, I like that, Alison. I like it. You're all over it. All over it. The first thing is you got to choose a team. All right. You've already decided that property is going to be your thing. All right. Well, this could be applied to, your business, let's say a share portfolio, whatever it is. Okay, you're going to choose the team of people that you are going to get to help you go the distance. Number one, who's on your team? Who's on the team? Okay. And who will you need? I'm going to show you a bit of a cheat sheet in a minute, right? Number two, who's going to be the captain, right? The captain of your team. Now, in this scenario, all right, the captain of your team. And third, what role will you play? Right. Now, tell me in the chat, Alison's got hers in there, strategy, team action. I love it. You must be looking over my shoulder with my notes, Alison. But okay, so what part of this A team, this A-League team, are you going to play? You're going to choose a team. You're going to put those people, in the right positions on your team. And what role will you play? For me, I'm the team owner, right? What's the role that you are going to play? Is there a part you're going to play in that team? Question mark. We don't need to answer that today, all right? Are you going to be the team owner and you're going to brief the captain and the trainers and you're going to say, right, this is what I want to achieve. Let's get it done, and get on with it, right? Okay, next part. The strategy, the plan, all right? Create the plan. Create a plan. And it needs to be pretty detailed. This is what I reckon. You need to go, what do you want? What is it? By when? And then by who? Who's going to do it? It's going to be specific like that. Like example, here's the example. I'm going to buy a house in Victoria for $550,000 or $650,000 by the middle of this year, because that's part of my plan. and I'm going to get my buying team to find it for me. I'm going to get my mortgage broker to do the broking. I'm going to get my solicitor, this person, to do the legals. I'm going to get my accountant to check, the tax implications, and I'm going to get my property manager to do this. You write it down, right? Create the plan. Choose the dates, because property investing is simply once you learn one thing, and it's a bit of a complicated thing, let's face it, there's a lot of moving parts, right? Once you learn it once, it's decide to repeat that same thing in a few different locations until you get to the point of where you want to be, which is the last piece of this puzzle, team, which is, I think, the most important piece. Because you know what, right now, I did check in on. I checked in the other day on you guys, all of you in mentoring, in our mentoring and coaching program, said, all right, I'm going to set a goal. I'm going to set a goal of the number of properties I need, and that's driven by the passive income that you desire, or the gross amount of rent at the end of the acquisition stage, etc. So here's what happens. We set a goal. You've got 2 properties and the goal is 5. Now, I looked in our system. Right now, give or take, there's 5,000 more investments that you as a collective need to make, right? 5,000 more. Why aren't we doing it? Well, I believe you've got a good team in place. You've got a good plan in place, right? The last one, which I think is the most important one, Alison said it there, action. What action? What action are you going to take? And I call this the cadence of your calendar. All right, the cadence of your calendar. All right, when are you going to do it? If you don't put it in the plan, by June this year, I will have my next property. Let's get on with it, right? If you don't self-impose an action plan and some dates, it won't happen. It doesn't happen. When is that action going to occur? Not only do you want to take an action, but you want to then also measure its success. Are you getting the rent? Are you getting the depreciation? Are you getting the cash flow? What does it look like? The measurement of it, right? And last but not least, you do want to audit that, let's say, once a year, twice a year as you go along. Here's the most important things. These, if they're not done, team, if they're not done, it fizzles off into the distance. Have you got your team chosen? Awesome. Have you got your plan that you know you need to nail? Awesome. When are you going to get it done? Like, what's the action? Where's that going to happen? By who? By when? Date, etc., etc. Because for me and you, it's easier once you've chosen a date and an action. You don't have to overthink it into the future. What does that mean in real terms? Let's put it into practice. You guys have seen this. I've got a few things here. Purchasing a property. Got my little portfolio, 5 investments, principal place of residence. Here's my plan. I'm willing to. My goal is out. 15 years out in a row. Whatever that looks like. Let's go in here. Who's on your team? Now, banker, some of you will need bankers because, you might be in business. Some of you'll need a finance broker. And here's the other part that I might circle around on tomorrow and do an extension on this. For these team members, what are they going to do for you? Are they going to mentor you? Are they going to coach you? Are you going to get advice from them? Are they going to implement something for you, or are they going to consult across, a bunch of stuff? And those things are pretty important. So I think I was going to try and cover all this today in one big Wealth Coffee chat, but I think, as I do often, maybe I rattled on a little bit, or it's just a big subject. Your wealth team, what are they going to do? And what part do they play and when? And last but not least, what's our strategy? Buy that property in Victoria. When's it going to be done? Is it done or is it not done? Making these ideas or making success in investing as simple as possible. As simple as possible. There you go. All right. Well, that's it. Wealth Coffee Chat done and dusted today. Did that make sense? Give me a little yes in the chat or a little Y in the chat. Let me know. Because at the end of the day, if you want to create that portfolio that you desire, well, write it down, describe it now, right? Who's going to help you do it? The team. What do you want by when? Okay, write it down, put the dates in. You can shift the dates sometimes if, it goes a bit wobbly. And put it in a calendar. Team success is about making sure you schedule it. Like a good friend of mine, Scotty Harris, said, schedule success is as easy as scheduling it in your calendar. There you go. All right, folks. Well, that's it. I'll stop rabbiting on. Wealth Coffee Chat done and dusted for today. Join me tomorrow. Another one. I'll do the extension on this, actually. I'll do the wealth team tomorrow. I think we'll dive a bit deeper into that. Anyway, thanks for joining me, folks. You guys be awesome, be well, and join me tomorrow for another one. Until then, you guys take care. Remember, this thing's a marathon, not a sprint. It takes time. Take care. Bye for now, folks.